In this tutorial, I'd like to do another thing to make this easier for the user to use, and that's down here in this image box. I want to, when we add a newsletter or when we add anything that needs a picture, I want to give him a list of the pictures that he's uploaded, and then later on we'll give him an easy way to upload pictures. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to change this to a drop-down list and populate it with the pictures that he has out here already. So the first step in doing this is to convert this from a text box to a drop-down list. And to do that, we'll go to the Add News page. And if we look in here, this image, it's a bound field. We have to get at that, kind of crack the black box again. So we'll come up here, talk to Rob, go to Edit Fields, and that image one, we'll convert this to a template field. Now we'll go to the source, and we'll find that image, and here it is up here. And again, we're in, and this is in Add New, so we want the insert template. We don't really care about the other ones. I'm going to just comment this text box out, and then we'll put in a drop-down list above here. Oops, got to get up here in the right place. Okay, so here's my drop-down list, and I'm going to change its ID from drop-down list 1 to DDL. Let's call it DDL photos. Okay, so that puts my drop-down list on the page, but another thing I need to do is then change down here in our parameters to make this a control parameter, because we broke the black box, so kind of do like we did on this one. So I'm going to copy these attributes and paste them down in this one, because I'll leave them here. So the control ID, it's details view 1 $, but now it's that DDL photos. So we want to get the thing for our image 1 part of our insert command from here, and the property name is, I believe it's selected value. We'll test this out and see, but I believe it's selected value for a drop-down list. Okay, so that should make it work. The problem is we don't have anything in that drop-down list, and here's where it gets a little tricky. So what we're going to do is go here to the VB code, and what I want to populate that list with is all the pictures that are here in this images folder, and whenever the user uploads pictures, we'll put them in this images folder. So to do this, we're going to go to our page load event and put in some code. And this code, I'll just walk through this real quickly, but this says let's only do this first time. We're not going to do this every time the page loads in case we make a round trip. And then we make a temporary drop-down list right here. And then we set that drop-down list. We kind of pointed at the control that we already have out there, our other drop-down list. This is just something you got to do. And then we go through and say, okay, let's go and find the path, this .dat/images, and then let's go and populate that with all the files that are in that images folder. Then that's what this is doing. And then down here, this is where we say, okay, let's take each of the files that's in here, and this file dropdown items.add, or sorry, photo dropdown. This is where we actually put each of those file names into our dropdown list. And then after this is done, after we've done that for every picture or every file name in the directory, then we data bind that to make sure that the drop-down list is updated, basically, and reading that. Then the last thing we have to do is, so we got the blue squiggly here under directory under file. These are some methods that are called in a library. It's up here, so we need to put in this import system.io. We need this library because that's where these guys are coming from. So after that, that takes care of this. So if you're going to do this on your own, you need to, what do you need to change? Well, you need to change this to match the name of your drop-down list, and then you'll need to change this to match the path to your images folder. And then other than that, you can pretty much leave this the same. The other thing you might change is, I'm saying, take every file in there, put it on the list. If you only want GIFs or only want JPEGs, you can change this to star.gif, or if you always put logo on the front of it, you can say, logo something dot something. So you can change that. But anyway, let's give this a shot. Hopefully this works and test it out. So we'll refresh this page. Okay, so you notice now I've got a drop down that's got a list of things that I have there. So call this photo test, display date. Let's make the display date today. And then I'm just going to type a bunch of text in here. And then we'll say add a picture. And I want to put this newsletter test pictures when I stuck out there. So let's insert this. It says it was added to the database. So let's go and make sure that that picture's in there. So there it is. There's my test. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. We'll come back on the next one and fix this. My banner's now going all the way across the page here. And Scott also said he doesn't want to have the link to the old newsletters on here. So we will come back and do that in the next one.